Get in.
Prepare for a non-stop action-packed video game. Yeah! Fast-paced gameplay and a thrill ride. Always on the edge of your seat. Play a game and watch a movie at the same time.
Next time, you won't be so lucky.
I present to you Wanted. Weapons of Fate. What? You thought this is gonna be a racing game? Sam, hit him with another compilation.
Cause we're just gonna kill him!
Grin, the former company from Sweden, is behind this treasure of a game. I say former because in 2009 they filed for bankruptcy. Reasons? Well, apparently Square Enix gave them the IP to a Final Fantasy spin-off called Fortress in 2008. It was meant to be the most undertaking task they ever pulled off, until Sore Penis cut them and they didn't pay them after 6 months of development, stating they were concerned over the quality of the work.
Your half? There is no your half of the money! There is only my all of it, do you understand? Why should I be penalized because of your sloppiness?
Grin has fallen down, but from the ashes came Overkill Software, which made Payday. So all good now, I guess? You know how video game movie adaptations throughout history were mostly met with disdain and revolt, while video game adaptations of movies can be sweet like that acid you got for free at a festival? Wanted Weapons of Fate is such acid. You might or might have not seen the 2008 movie Wanted, starring James McAvoy, Angelina Jolie, Chris Pratt, and Morgan Freeman. It flew over many people's heads. Now, I'm not saying the movie is an all-time classic or anything, but it definitely has its moments. To be more precise, Wanted is a 2003 comic series, and the film is loosely based on it. Weapons of Fate tells a story 5 hours after the movie ends, but for how short that game is, you might even say it's a direct sequel with the same runtime. Third-person shooter genre, go figure. There's a lot of shooting and cheesy dialogue.
Once I was clueless and pathetic just like you. Sitting in front of the TV, playing video games, getting fat. I was a loser.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this breaking the fourth wall? Is this a direct jab at me? The player? I do not do this on a daily basis, thank you very much.
I do it every waking moment.
You play as Wesley Gibson, an assassin of extraordinary skills inherited from his parents. Wesley's dad was a big kahuna back in the day, assassinating people for the so-called fraternity who were convinced certain people had to die because some piece of fabric said so. Hey man, I'm not judging. I listen to Tool videos all day. So some French dudes from a different fraternity bust up your flat trying to kill you since they claim you're an abomination and your late father and mother betrayed the code or something and some guy called Immortal killed your mom and now you're seeking personal vendetta and shit. The game lost me with the story since it just feels tacked on. The gameplay, on the other hand, is...
Mwah.
It challenges the player to unleash their inner virtuoso and kill some fools with as much style as possible. You are a master crafter and enemies are your short-lived clay figures so you can present them for the whole world to see. You can pick 3 difficulties, but even the hardest one is laughably easy. Developers were self-aware and made you pick between this...
Excuse me, what?
And actually being somewhat good. The only substantial difference is that you die faster and during rare slow-mo sequences you can't see outlines of bullets coming at you. Most of the time you will be playing as Wesley, but also as his father, Cross, giving you insight into previous tidings and the plot. Along your bloody path, you will massacre a lot of people and a few bosses who unfortunately play out the same. It's just that your guy is so OP, there are a few mechanics which you need to learn, but only one actually matters the most, and that is... For fuck's sake, I can't name any other shooter game that did this. It is absolutely scintillating for your senses. No matter how many times you see the bullet curve, it never gets old. Who even needs to aim straight and go for a clean kill? The only cock blocker are a few turret sections. Everyone loves turret sections in video games, am I right? Sniper sections are included too, but they are so brain dead you will forget about them immediately. Some introduced mechanics besides the curved bullet are mostly useless and can be used in boss fights to kill them more easily. Can't say much about the enemy AI, even on the hardest difficulty, since for some of them you can even walk towards them and do an instant finisher, but it has a few enemy varieties though. Some guys need a few bullets to put down, others can shoot you while completely in cover, some guys can do this. And we got medheads. I get brain aneurysm every single time. The graphics are okay, I guess. Nothing special, even for 2009 standards. The levels, which are super linear by the way, have this grayish and yellow tint most of the time. Some animations are rather stiff and unnatural, but you can always make an argument about how this game is unrealistic at its core, so I nitpick in the first place. The sound and music accompanying your crimson whirl of death hits its mark. I just can't get enough of... And... you can clearly see and hear how the developers wanted to make you feel like a baller.
Just for fun and a laugh.
How about you hold this?
But it has rather limited songs, and one particularly loops over and over again until it just becomes straight up annoying. A certain highlight which definitely needs to get mentioned is how Wesley confronts the final bad guy, the Immortal. All this time Wesley thought how the Immortal killed your parents, but actually it was your father who killed your mother and offed himself since they found out that piece of fabric eventually got their names on it. So Wesley declares this:
My mother and father died because, like you, they were fanatics because they trusted what? A fucking rag? But I do know what I am. I'm an asshole with a gun and a cool suit. A very cool suit.
Are you sure about that?
And fucking takes a piss on his face right into that hole. I was 14 when I saw this for the first time and exclaimed, "Cool shit!" I was very young and impressionable kid. Don't judge me. I still think it's cool. So, one guy, where can I obtain this fine specimen of a video game? I'm glad you asked, my young Padawan, and the answer is nowhere. You might find some physical copies being sold on Amazon for $5, but I wouldn't trust those. But if you really want to know,
You know someone like that?
Let's just say I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy.
personally, I got it from my local dealer, Ship, for a fair price when I was 14. Wanted Weapons of Fate has dared to make a few pistols feel like the extension of your hand, and you, the conductor orchestrating gravity-bending havoc. No other game since then, from what I have been playing at least, has done something similar. The game stands as a testament to its originality and boldness. Took risks here and there, but eventually it did crawl to number 97 spot on my list. Also, I had to install a goddamn Riva tuner in order to have proper sensitivity, since the game by default does not recognize your personal sensitivity and will make your aim useless since it's super slow. I did mention how the game was short, and to be honest, it certainly comes to a point where after 2.5 hours it most definitely overstays its welcome with repetitive levels and, of course, this. As much as you like it for a while. But before you know it, the game ends and you are left with this tingling feeling of finishing something unique. In the end, the game is short, sweet, and sexy. Just how I like 'em. I love you all. Sleep tight, kings and queens.